in 3, 2, 1. And welcome back to Janky AF and my janky life. Okay, so much going on. It's been a while since our last update. Some things are very out of control here. We're moving sort of the picture frame and musical instrument carrying cases downstairs. Not proud of this. Everything's kind of in disarray. We'll do an art talk on this later, but this is one of my favorite pieces of art ever. And apologize if there's some nudity or whatever. I'm trying to. It's not a picture, so it's not quote unquote nudity. Anywho, it's a bunch of people on this desert island with this flying saucer, and they're burning religious figures and cash, and it's very, very, very strange. I actually wrote a whole song about this painting. I found it, in a thrift store, and it just absolutely captivates me, and never understood it, but, there's so much good art there. This is R. Jenkins, my favorite anonymous artist, R. Jenkins, and R. Jenkins did some abstracts as well. Now, I've actually worked this painting into another painting of mine, which perhaps I'll show you. I love a painting within a painting. A little impromptu art talk here, but these are some of my favorite paintings from sort of unknown artists. This is R. Jenkins, and the football one is quite good too. Now, R. Jenkins did some abstracts, which I did not buy because I was, pretty broke at the time. And I wish I bought those abstracts. Anywho, we'll come through this extremely dirty area. We have some of the tack here consolidated, and long ago when I first started this program, My Janky Life, I talked about this tack room and how I cleared it all out, and now it is finally pretty much done. I put I had this free laminate flooring just lying around that I got from, another job we did. They were tearing it out, and so I rescued it from the dumpster, and this is what we're all about here on Janky AF. It's nothing special, but, it looks so much better, and we just put a little skim coat over this, these styrofoam walls, so it's pretty well insulated, so we'll get a little heater in here. It'll probably hold heat quite well, and it totally just transformed the space. So we got a little light, we got the little chair, and this beautiful rock wall here now, which is just part of our basement, actually looks quite, to my eyes, like quite luxurious, like, a natural stone fireplace you might see in a, several $million home. So I don't know what we're going to do with it. Originally it was going to be tack room. Now it might be, sort of office / painting studio to free up some other room. But I love basements because it really is like free space. So, just wanted to show that. I have all these wonderful pictures of birds that came from a hotel. Shout out to the late great Bobby, who I got those from. But this might become the duck room. Now it's going to be interesting hanging stuff on here. I've sort of devised a system to come down here. Whatever. So I just thought that was nice. It was a long time coming. I really wanted to get it done. We even have a sort of impromptu baseboard thrown up. It's nothing special, right? But it just makes the space somewhat decent. I wouldn't call this a finished basement by any means, but it is an extra little room that we have here. And all the I think the mud, the joint compound, I think someone was throwing that away. The paint I had left over, the flooring I got for free, just being thrown away, and it's got little paint drips on it. Whatever. This is when you're doing things on a budget and you're janky, you got to improvise, and you could have spent a few $100s just buying paint and laminate flooring here, but now it's just the labor of doing it for free. And speaking of doing things for free, that's sort of the theme of this episode. As we'll come up here and go out our Bilko doors. I do love the Bilko doors. Whew. Oh, another winter day. We're into February. It feels like winter's moving along, but at the same time, it's just starting to hit me. I think February is when people start getting a little squirrely. We'll take the garbage out here while we go. And while I was doing that room down there, I'm gonna try to. I have to actually sort of censor myself here because maybe this is a little bit of a clue as to what's coming at Janky AF, but we'll just leave it at that. 3 giant bags of garbage, and all this wood that I took out from the basement. It was just flying around, clogging up space. So even though the basement looks crazy crowded right now, it just needs a little organization because we've actually gotten some stuff out of it. And I'll raise up the store, do our workout in the morning. So you can see, wonderful Fiat here. And maybe I'll turn on the light so I can show you what's been going on. So we had a great, oh boy, this is a rough episode. We're just getting back into it here in Janky AF. We had a great show at the wonderful co-work space. Had a wonderful, we had like, you know, as is my wont, we had, it was, I never edit these, but I probably actually will edit this one because I'm so spaced out here today, trying to get to work. Look at all these Aerostar logos, by the way. This truly is my janky life today. And one LeSabre. So I've pretty much given up on this room. What I was going to say is we had a great Janky Bazaar vintage clothing and art show. We gave away a Bill's toilet. Shout out to Gene S. who made the Bill's toilet, which you know, was completely free giveaway, and that goes with the theme of today. Working for free. And you know, we did sell some stuff. Now we still have some stuff left over, and now the hard part's going to be, are we going to donate this stuff, or are we going to, hold on a second, everybody. Muzi, come here. Milo, Milosh, come here. Milo, what are you barking at? You barking at the garbage? Come here. Milo, hey, 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 come here. Come here. What are you barking at? Why are you barking? Come on, Briggy. Let's go. All right. Look at these little dogs. He's not much of a snow dog. You gonna take a duty? Huh? Let's go. Quit barking at stuff. Let's go. Come on. Hey, boys. That's nice to get the little doggos some FaceTime here. All right, go ahead. All right, back to what we were saying. So we did this great show. Shout out to Molly and Dan who helped put the show on. And shout out to Gene S. who won the free Bill's giveaway toilet. We're gonna go install that at her place soon, get her up and running in her great Bill's themed powder room. And shout out to the wonderful Shiftacular. And Gene S. is Shiftacular's mother. So there was a great, you know, friendly rivalry amongst toilet participants. And it, you know, engendered a lot of goodwill, and people had a good time with it. We still do have quite a bit of vintage clothing left over that didn't sell, so we're gonna have to do something with that. And maybe it'll be finally time to just, you know, get rid of it. But I'm really glad I did the show, and it was a wonderful, wonderful time and something to break up the February long winter. Anywho, this room I'm completely giving up on because we're gonna knock down these walls and make it a full, proper 2-car garage again, because I just don't think the space is being utilized well. You have 2 rooms that are compromised instead of 1 uncompromised room. I think I can be able to fit 3 cars in here with this wall knocked down. So that's what we're gonna do. And you might not notice it, but this room actually got cleaned out quite a bit. I got all my glass on this back wall now out of the way. These 2 tables are going, and this wall used to be just completely covered with crap, and we got everything out of here. So once it gets a little bit warmer, we can start tearing this Tyvek off, tearing all the studs off. We have this beautiful glass block wall that I really, really love and always wanted to utilize somewhere. Build sort of like an extension here and have like a little garden center maybe here, because this silly Sidewinder little, what do you call it there? There's a name for it. It holds the pole, telephone pole from coming down. This is the jankiest episode ever. Fiat, you know, maybe we'll try to start it up one of these days. But we're getting organized bit by bit. A lot more space here. We're getting rid of stuff. We did that with the sale, and we're working for free. And now it's probably be an extra long episode here because I'm going to take you to the other space that we've been working at and show you that. And for that, I'm going to do one of those really cool like Watch JR Go style palm cuts. Ready? So here we go. And here we are now in the library, the Art Association here, a wonderful classroom where we do our drawing class. And I took it upon myself after inquiring with the wonderful people who run the gallery here if I could maybe just spruce this up a little bit. We have our drawing class in here, and it was fine, but you know, the walls were just a little worse for wear, some cracking and peeling and of paint, and it just was getting up there. So we decided to make a little proposal, and I volunteered my time, brought a baker scaffold in here, and just got it spruced up a little neutral color. Maybe I'll put in some pictures of what it looked like before, and just repairing a bunch of these cracks on the wall, both for the just for everybody that uses this space, just spruce it up a little bit. On top of that, February's been a real pro bono month because with one of the volunteer organizations, service organizations around here, older woman who lost her husband went in there, took some air conditioners out of her windows and just painted her windows up real quick. I mean, it took half an hour. Shout out to my buddy George who helped me, and shout out to Jonathan and Bill. And shout out to Janet and Dan for helping and facilitating with all this. Just give a bunch of shout outs today. Why not? You don't know who these people are, but if they watch this, they'll maybe they'll feel that I am appreciating their helping me help. Brain dead. Anyway, so I'm not, what I wanted to say is I'm not bragging and I'm not complaining. I think that everybody should, it feels really good to volunteer and do something to help out the common cause. And, I'm every single month I'm up against the gun of my bills and trying to get everything paid, and I have a lot of overhead. But at the same time, if you don't stop once in a while and do something for someone else, that slog and that grind almost becomes worse in a way. So it's good to step back once in a while and do something, that's not just strictly transactional, and that's just about trying to improve, everything around you and pay it forward and all that. So there you go. There's our beautiful space here. We are making progress all the time, and we are gonna have so much more coming down the pike here at Janky AF. Boy, I'm all over the place today, and I do have to get back into like the normal swing of things, but there's been a lot going on recently. But here we are, alive and well, and trying to make the most of every single little moment. So there you have it. We'll end it here. Sort of a crazy, all over the place, weird episode, and I am sort of feeling very discombobulated right now, but I'm very happy that this will be wrapped up today. We got a whole bunch of things that are just sort of like, wrapping up, and then we'll get back into the nitty gritty of, the self-employment world, and taking care of business, taking care of people. So there you have it. Working for free here today on Janky AF, but we do very much appreciate everyone watching. I'm very happy with how this came out, and on to fight the next battle in our janky life. So, but if a lot of emotions going on right now. I'll leave it at that. Anywho, we'll have another. There's a lot of stuff going on in Aerostar world. Bill, who helped me paint this space, big car guy, owns an E-Type, which maybe come spring we'll get to take a look at that. No promises, but that's like sort of a legendary car that's been in my sort of brain recently a lot. Okay, enough blathering. I got to put this space back together. So thank you so much for watching my janky life here on Janky AF. Take care of yourself, take care of someone else, and until next time, Janky do thank you.